So I'm also going to do the opportunities and threats. So these are some of the main opportunities. So cultural events are something that any city can always develop upon because Paris is such a big metropolis. There's different cultures there, not only French-speaking cultures, but cultures from other parts in Europe. So there can always be a lot of culture events, especially because of the arts. They have a lot of paintings paintings that were made during the Renaissance and other architecture. So they could always expand on cultural events because they can just showcase how much paintings and amazing architecture is in the city. Also, another opportunity is green tourism. And this is very important because society is becoming more environmental aware. People want to take care of the earth and want to make sure what they're doing and the practices of tourism are green and they're sustainable. Because traveling isn't the most green thing you can do because jet fuel costs so much, but it also causes a lot of waste. And travelers want to find a place that's going to make them more, you know, environmentally aware. So they want, hotels with less water bottles. They want hotels that don't have plastic water bottles, plastic straws, organic things. They don't want to produce a lot of waste while they travel. There's also some threats to Paris, and these threats include high hotel prices. Like I said, because there is so many people coming to the city every day, hotel prices go up because you know they want to make the most money they can, so they can raise the prices if people are willing to pay that price, and that kind of makes it unfair because some people are not willing to pay that price. And another threat is the public transportation system. It can be very complex for someone who doesn't know the language. And obviously, people often get pickpocketed on the public transportation systems. So that's another threat to tourists. All right. I'm going to let someone else speak for the synthesis part.
Okay, so the synthesis is my part. Paris is a very strong tourist spot already. So it's already full of history, which that's usually why tourists want to go to a certain destination so they can see the architecture, they can go to events and all the things. Well, that's why people go to it. It's also the city of love, and they already have the necessary resources and facilities. But by updating like tourist buildings, programs, it will also benefit the destination. So one thing is the tourist development. The destination has historically been developed to appeal to all seasons through activities and experiences. So through fall and winter, spring, and summer. Another thing is destination marketing. So using um, Instagram, using other apps such as Facebook, and reaching people in different countries, showing them what Paris has to offer. Um, Destination marketing can be really good because of that, not just billboards and things like that. Literally, everyone's on their phone all the time. You can see things, you can show the experience of what Paris is going to be like because it's just the same as a friend telling you. Now your phone is telling you, which we can create what positive things they're going to be receiving on their end.
Yes, I want to hop in on that. I think destination marketing is one of the most powerful tools to use in the 20th century just because everyone has a phone nowadays, and Instagram is an application a lot of millennials use. So using that geolocation, for example, if I go somewhere and I take a picture, a little selfie near the Eiffel Tower, I can tag that area. And then everyone in the world is going to see that, oh, I am at the Eiffel Tower. So if I get a lot of likes, which people usually get because, you know, that's a landmark that's very well known for that, it's going to cause more awareness to that area. Likewise, if I go to somewhere in Paris that is not as known and take a picture and do that same location tag, it's going to show other people, hey, this is some place that you don't know, but because this person posted about it, you're becoming aware to it. So I think with Instagram, destination marketing, it can attract a lot of different people and bring in a new market of travelers.
Yeah, and even paying people to come in and use their own accounts, and maybe you pay for an influencer, you know, day out or whatever, and they go around the city and show it. That's gonna definitely bring a lot of tourism through that.
Mhm.
So the other thing is experience and activity design. So obviously the architecture and the stories enhance the visitor's experience. This will continue to bring people back just from word of mouth, but events have also seemed to bring success as well. Like if you're going to a destination, it might be for an event. So whether it's to go see a circus, or you're going for a music festival in Paris, or even the fashion show, like anything like that, that's going to bring in a ton of tourism, which is going to bring in a lot of revenue. Human resource development programs need to train employees on behavior with tourists and gather more people to work within the destination. So with that, we were talking earlier about how one of the weaknesses is people see Paris customer service very poorly. So maybe bringing in people to train employees on behavior just to give it a better rap, it's going to at least look like they're trying.
Yes, I agree with you with this one, just because a lot of tourists have complained about how, you know, the workers, they do their job and that's it. They're not going to hear your story, or
Mhm.
if you
Go out their
complain
way
about
to try
something.
to help them.
Yeah. So maybe attempting to change that culture is definitely going to improve things.
Okay, so tourism organization, government and non-government programs have been involved in the success of Paris for a long time. The programs could definitely use refocusing of what has worked in the past to bring tourism and what hasn't. So community relationships with and involvement in tourism. So Paris already has a good understanding that tourism brings in revenue to the city and to the people of France. Programs encouraging residents to start or support businesses that also benefit the city. So these are two pictures of a small business, just a local Frenchman starting up something that he's passionate about. That's another thing that's really unique to Paris. There's a ton of people that do this, and so it makes it more unique for the tourists, but also it's supporting the French people as well. So like we talked about earlier, service quality and assurance, improvements needed in service quality to ensure that the quality of the tourist spots are good. So updating maps, technology. Smarter Paris is an app that can help tourists not to get confused. I know it's times are changing, so everyone has their phone. A lot of people do also like walk around Paris. Now there's like the birds, which are little scooters, or you can also bike. They do have a tram system, but that's also a big part of the weakness of getting pickpocketed and all the things. So riding by yourself on a bike is probably going to be safer and honestly quicker too. You don't have to pay as much.
All right, I'm going to stop the share. Thank you for listening to our presentation. That is it. Let me stop the record.